Hello dear students, let us start the class. In our previous class, we have already discussed about meaning, definition, features and functions of financial management, and today in this class we are going to discuss about objectives of financial management, meaning, merits and demerits of profit maximization, meaning, merits and demerits of wealth maximization. Dear students, objectives are nothing but results expected. They specify end results towards the organizational activities are directed. The objectives of the financial management can be put into two categories as basic objectives and other objectives. The two most important basic objectives of financial management are profit maximization and wealth maximization, and we will discuss these two objectives in detail, and which are very important from the point of view of your examination also. Then next, other objectives comes here: to ensure effective and optimal procurement and supply of capital or funds. Then next, to ensure effective utilization of funds, the funds collected must be utilized effectively. The financial management will ensure that one. Then next, to increase earnings available to equity shareholders, and it is a foremost objective of every business organization. And then next, to protect liquidity and solvency of the firm, and to promote the social welfare, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಒಳಿತನ್ನು ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ to maintain financial discipline in the firm. These are the other objectives of financial management. And next we will move towards a profit maximization, which is one of the basic objective of financial management. Dear students, as you know, profit earning is generally regarded as a main objective of every business firm, and it measures the efficiency of the firm. So profit maximization is the capability of the firm in producing maximum output with the limited input, or it uses minimum input for producing stated output. It is termed as the foremost objective of the company. ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸನ್ನು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟೇ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇ ಆದರೆ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟಬಿಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಸೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ minimizing the cost. So it has been traditionally recommended that the apparent moment of any business organization is to earn a profit, and it is essential for the success, survival and growth of the company. Profit is a long-term objective, but it has a short-term perspective, that is one financial year. And in conclusion, we can say that according to this objective, actions that increase the profit should be undertaken, and those that decrease profits are to be avoided. Then next, there are merits or arguments in favor of profit maximization. Profit maximization is a good objective ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ತೀಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ basic purpose of a business, or it is a rational objective. Profit maximization is a primary objective of a business, and profit is a very purpose of a business existence. It also serves as a yardstick of measuring firm's success. A firm which maximizes profit is considered to be efficient and successful. Then next, profit acts as a source of finance for a growth. If a company or if a organization earns profit, then it can be used for the expansion, diversification, etc., which in turn helps for the growth of the organization. Then next one is a profit acts as a cushion under the unfavorable situations. If there are, as you know, the business will work or it will operate under uncertainty, and both favorable and unfavorable situation it has to handle. And if a firm earns profit, it acts as a cushion under a unfavorable situation. Then next one is a profit is considered as the most appropriate measure of firm's performance. Profitability is a barometer for measuring the efficiency and economic prosperity of a business enterprise. Hence, success or failure of a business can be measured in terms of ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ನಾವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ರನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯಾರೋಮೀಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸೇಷನನ್ನು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ. Then next, there are demerits or objection to the profit maximization. There are certain authors who have raised arguments against the profit maximization objective. See the first objection, vague and ambiguity. The term profit is vague and ambiguous means ದ್ವಂದ್ವ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. And it has a different interpretation. Profit has a different interpretation here. It does not have precise meaning. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಆದ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ ಆದ ಒಂದೇ ಮೀನಿಂಗನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ವೇಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈ ವಿಚ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್, ವಿದರ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. Moreover, it is not clear whether profit maximization means maximizing absolute profit or simply rate of return. So this concept of profit maximization is very ambiguous and vague. ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಾ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಾ, ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟಾ, ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟಾ, ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟಾ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಇದನ್ನೇನು ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ it ignores timing factor. Dear students, in financial management, one important concepts we have to remember here, that is time value of money. It is a very important and useful concept here. According to time value of money, a rupee received today is much more valuable than a rupee received tomorrow. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ₹1 ನಾಳೆ ₹1ಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಮೆನಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ರುಪಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟುಡೇ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸ್ಡ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ರಿಗಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಟೈಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ it will not give importance to the time value of money. Usually what happens, the projects which earns more profit in lesser period of time we have to choose that option, but in this case it will not take into account those all. The next one is it ignores the interest of the stakeholders. Stakeholders means who have a direct or indirect interest in the business organization, and includes shareholders, employees, customers, suppliers, government and the society are the stakeholders of the company, and the interest of these stakeholders are diverse, and so financial management has to reconcile their divergent and conflicting interest. Therefore, in this context, the concept of profit maximization is unrealistic and inappropriate. Business ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ದ ಆಸಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕಾಯ್ದಿರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್, ಇಫ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ protect the interest of the all the stakeholders, and it ignores the risk factor. Every business is exposed to one or other type of risks. An enterprise aiming at maximizing its profit has to bear unexpected risks and uncertainties. The profit maximization is not an easy task. It involves probable calculation about future, but the profit maximization objectives ignores totally the risks and uncertainties of business activities. The project that promises exceptionally high profits is generally exposed to higher level of risk. According to this profit maximization objective, which gives more profit, you have to choose that one. But when project gives more profit, it means it has a more risk, but profit maximization objectives ignores the risk factors. The next one is it ignores social responsibilities. Business has some social responsibilities also, ignoring which business may lose its reputation in the long run. If the profit maximization is a sole goal of the financial management, then social responsibilities are neglected. So these are the demerits or objections towards the profit maximization objective. Then next objectives comes here, wealth maximization. Wealth maximization is nothing but the ability of a company to increase the market value of its common stock over time. The market value of the firm is based on many factors like their goodwill, sales, service, quality of products, etc. It is a versatile goal of the company and highly recommended criterion for evaluating the performance of the business organization, and this will help the firm to increase their share in the market, attain leadership, maintain consumer satisfaction, and many other benefits are also there. According to wealth maximization, the main objective of financial management is to increase the market value of the equity shares. The next, merits are arguments in favor of wealth maximization. There is a clarity in the concept of wealth maximization. Wealth maximization objective is very clear and precise because it takes into account the present value of future benefits arising from an investment project. Then it considers the time value of money by using the discounting techniques and provides a measurement unit of wealth in terms of share price. It is well accepted fact that amount received today has more value than the amount received after some time. It takes into consideration the risk factor. Wealth maximization will also takes into consideration the risk factor. Only profit maximization will not be considered here. It will also takes into account the risks that are attached with the projects. Then it provides protection of interest of shareholders and other stakeholders. Wealth maximization objectives promotes economic welfare of the shareholders by increasing the market value of the shares. It also protects the interest of the different parties like creditors, employees, customers, and society as a whole. It adopts a decent and regular payment of a dividend. As the main aim of a wealth maximization is to maximize the market price of the share. It will to increase the market value of the share, it has to pay regular dividend to its shareholders. Then it helps to achieve other objectives like maximization of sales, expansion of market, survival, etc. Then also it serves the society's interest, not only interest of the shareholders, but also it serves or it protects the society's interest. The next, demerits of wealth maximization or arguments against the wealth maximization. Wealth maximization is a prescriptive idea but not descriptive. This objective is not descriptive of what firms actually do but prescriptive. ಇದು ಫರ್ಮ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ಡ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಫ್ಯೂ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವೆಲ್ತನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಂಚಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ protected. This objective aims to maximize only the wealth of the shareholders and not the society. In corporate sector, ownership and management are separate. Management act as an agent of the shareholders. However, there is always possibility of conflict of interest between the shareholders interest and managerial interest, and these are the demerits of wealth maximization. Dear students, wealth maximization is a just revised or modified form of a profit maximization, and without profit we can't achieve the maximum value for a maximum market value of equity shares. And then profit maximization versus wealth maximization ಯಾವುದು the firm's investment and financing decision are unavoidable and continuous. In order to make rationally, the firms must have a goal. It is generally agreed in theory that financial goal of the firm should be shareholders wealth as reflected in the market value of the firm's share. ಫೈನಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಫರ್ಮ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಗೋಲ್, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಗುರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಥಿಯರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಫೈನಾನ್ಸಿಯಲ್ ಗೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ವೆಲ್ತೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ we can say that there is always contradiction between profit maximization and wealth maximization. We can't say that which one is better. We can discuss which is more important for a company. Therefore, it can be said that for day-to-day decision, making profit maximization can be taken into consideration as a sole parameter. But when it comes to decisions which will directly affect the interest of the shareholders, then wealth maximization should be exclusively ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಎರಡು ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವ. ಡೇ ಟು ಡೇ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆಗೂ ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮೈಸೇಷನನ್ನು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. And dear students, you may refer a book by I.M. Pandey, Financial Management, and Khan and Jain, Financial Management, and Financial Management by R.M. Patil, and Financial Management by G.B. Belgar. These books are as per your syllabus, and you may refer these two books also for notes and problems. Thank you for watching the video.